Hello. Hope we're all good, hope we're all well. It's Thursday, it's really raining outside, so you can't hear me, it's because of the rain. But yeah, I definitely know my garden needs this. My plants need a good wash. So, we're looking at oracy and vocabulary today. It's one of those core concepts that we talk about a lot, but maybe we need to delve a little bit deeper into it. So, oracy is about the idea of it's speaking coherently and confidently about your point. And as T.S. Eliot, who's a poet, said, it's so important to speaking. It's as important as numeracy is to maths. You know, oracy is so essential to how we live our lives. It's how you communicate effectively, get your point across. It's not about knowing big words. That's unbelievably hypocritical for me to say, because I love a big word, but it's not about knowing and using big words all the time. It's about having an idea and communicating it really well. And this idea of your talk represents your thought. So if you've got great quality, high quality talk, then you're going to have really good thoughts as well. And that's how we want to marry those two things together. And these people have. So I thought I'd show you some examples from recent history. Marcus Rashford. That's what he said. Look at what we can do when we come together. Now that doesn't sound too in-depth, that doesn't sound too intricate, but what it is, it's really powerful, because what he did this week was get the government to change their views and their ideas on how they can support people in the summer holidays with food. Now that's brilliant. He used his experience and his platform and his oracy skills to talk about something that was important, and he made a change and made a difference. And people just think footballers are idiots, but they're not. They've got things to say and they've got a good platform to do it. Greta Thunberg, and we all know who Greta is, and she said everything needs to change. And that's a really simple message to give, simple language, but we all understand it. And think about the impact that Greta has made on the world with her point of view and her ideas. Malala, we've looked at Malala before in assemblies, about how the adversity she faced and how she bounced back from that and champions women going to school in countries that don't necessarily allow women to be educated as much as they should be. And again, let's pick up our books and pens. Simple message. Not complex language, not using big words, but the oracy is so important, the message is clear. Each one of these pictures, you go onto our website, the slides are there, next to the assembly. Each one of these pictures has a video behind it to watch them speak. Really good. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she is fantastic. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She's an American congresswoman for New York. And she essentially said, change takes courage. She says it like it is, but in a room full of a male-dominated industry, especially in the American Senate and Congress, who run the country. It's very male-dominated. She stands up for women's rights, but stands up for human rights as well. She stood up to the current American president and pointed out maybe some of the decisions he's made haven't been the best. She's fantastic. And again, simple language, but a clear message, great use of oracy. And then we have Shutezquat. I said that right as well. Martinez. He's a hip-hop artist from Mexico. But again, he's an activist. And he leads on things to support the environmental change that's going on, about how we're at a shift in our focus to change our approach to the climate. And he's fantastic again, a really good speaker, really good oracy. You have the power to make a difference. It says top make a difference there, not to make a difference. That's because if you've been in one of my lessons, you know my typing is awful. But the message is clear and it's simple. And that's what oracy is. It's the ability to communicate effectively, and that's what we want you to be able to do. It's why it's one of our core concepts. It's so important in future life, using that correct vocabulary. So here's some ideas. High quality talk. Don't shy away from using the correct words. If you know it, use it. Articulate yourselves. Okay? Project your point clearly. That doesn't mean you've got to shout your point. It means you have to be forthright and direct with it. Okay, that's really important. Back yourself. Replace those fillers, like and stuff and things. You know, it's a big pet hate of mine. If you can replace those fillers with precise language, your oracy will start to improve. And that might mean, instead of blurting something out, you might have to stop, and think and take your time over what you say. But there's nothing wrong with that. That's good oracy, good vocabulary skills. And it doesn't have to be complicated language. It doesn't. As we've seen there from all those examples, they can just give a clear, simple message that can have a real strong point to it. So moving on to our successes that we've had. Before our successes, the Duchess of Cambridge is also doing a fabulous assembly, and the link is behind here as well. So again, if you want to see, or you know what, just Google it, because that's what people do now, isn't it? Just type in Duchess of Cambridge assembly. It's brilliant. It's really good, and it's great to see people using their platform to get involved in what's going on around the world at the moment. So looking at some of our successes from this week, which is what we should be doing. I love this, the Alpine Retreat. If you haven't been on a newsletter to see the story about it, please do go on, it's fantastic. We've got people visiting lots of places around the southwest. Lots of history work going on at the moment, that's in the newsletter as well. This is brilliant from Ahmed, absolutely brilliant. If you look at what he's done and the message that gets across, a very positive, lovely thing we're doing. Some lovely science experiments, mathematical experiments going on there. Okay, I'm interested to see what the results of that is. Pencils in stasis. These are lovely bug hotels, as they're called there. I don't like bugs, but I can understand they need somewhere to stay. And then we had this fabulous chance last week to congratulate the winners of our writing competitions via a Microsoft Teams meeting with our head of English, Miss Hall. So that's fantastic. What a lovely thing to be able to do, to congratulate them, even though we can't do it face to face. We have a huge number, swathes of shout-outs from last week. And on top of that, more than ever, look at those Infinity nominations. Absolutely brilliant. Armies, isn't it? Great to see a member of staff in there, Mr. Fowler, stepping up, nominated by other members of staff and really supporting the Year 17 this week. That's excellent to see. Sam for his excellent home science learning. Really well done, guys. And that's lovely to see. Now I'm going to pass over to Mrs. Cross, who's going to talk to you about your merits. Just 2 seconds.
Thank you. Okay, so we know that lots of you have been collecting your merits still while you've been at home and keeping a record of them, and lots of teachers have been giving those out. And we want to give you the opportunity to be able to tell us if you've now got your next merit badge. So, at the end of July, Miss Wilkes will be still doing her Acorns competition, and we need to know how many merit badges you've got so that we can put those in towards the competition. What we'd like you to do is email your head of year, so year 5 at oakfieldacademy.org, and tell us if you've got your next merit badge, and we'll be making sure that those badges get sent out to you, and they'll also be included in the Acorns competition. The other thing that you can also do now to get into that Acorns competition is complete any AR quizzes that you haven't done yet, and we'll make sure that your words read go towards those final scores. Good luck, guys.
That sounds fantastic. See, we're doing this live. This is rather than cutting it all together. Brilliant stuff. So, with that in mind, we have a little look. We know about the home learning offer, the virtual offer, and, you know, we are midway through our summer term. Okay, so some of those offers, some from subjects are going to be slightly adapted now to be a little bit more, I suppose, pupil directed, which is good. Teaching ideas of how you can self-regulate, manage your own time effectively. But what hasn't changed is that you have your own Gmail account, your own oakfieldacademy.org account. Okay, you've got that because of what we have here. So you need to log into that, really. And the reason why is because not only can you email us, but we've just finished a little pilot, or we're halfway through a little pilot, on Google Classroom, which is this virtual learning platform where you can log in using your email address and see lots of lessons. Lots of teachers have set you work, have given you feedback, have really congratulated you on what you've done and helped you with your next steps in learning. Now, we've done it so far for these groups. Now, bear in mind, if you're looking at this and you're in one of those groups and you don't know about this, I would probably log on to Google and have a little look, because you need to. And I know that my classes, A and N, and A&N there have been fantastically engaged in this and have really enjoyed getting the feedback from me. We've tried giving video feedback. I've tried giving verbal feedback this morning, which is it's really awful to hear my own voice, but hey, it's great to do. So Google Classroom looks like the way we're going to be moving forward. And, you know, to do this, you've got to sign in Google, you sign in using those details about how to get your email address. Now, behind this again is another video of a guide on how to do that, and how to use Google Classroom. But we will keep you updated. Now, the idea in future is to use Classroom a bit more for lots of different subjects, but we will keep you updated either via your parents' email or even to your own email, which is why you need to log into it, to keep you in the loop, okay? It looks something like that. You'll see we presented with this, but that looks like the direction we're going in. So we can celebrate your learning, but also give you some good next steps feedback and some really important ideas. So, message from staff. Ms. Parsons has highlighted that the 19th of June, any entries have got to be in by the 19th of June, okay? That's tomorrow. So have a think. If you're still thinking about to do something, do it now. And message from Mr. Stevenson about the updates on the Maths Little Lessons page and how you're now getting little messages from your maths teachers. Could be verbal, could be visual, could be written, okay? So have a look at them. I hope everyone's staying safe online at home, and we will see you all really, really, really soon.